Hi, this is Steve Andersen from the USBA, and I'm speaking with Therese Klompenhouwer on Skype, and she's in the Netherlands where she lives. And I should say good morning, Teresa, but actually it's afternoon in the Netherlands, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, so
Yeah. Well, it's good talking with you. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Yes, no problem.
You will be coming to New York to compete in the Women's International Invitational at Karam Cafe next month, and I just wanted to take a couple minutes of your time and ask you a few questions for our USBA members and the American audience.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I guess my first question is, you've been rated the #1 women's player in the world for how long?
Well, actually, I don't know, but I think it's like almost 3 years now, maybe. Because very long time. It's also because I play many tournaments, of course, so I get a lot of points, and I'm a 5 times European champion and Dutch champion, so yeah, that gives me a lot of points, and that's why I'm still the #1.
That's great. Do you have a current average that you have now? What is your current average?
Well, over the last, I played in 4 leagues. Last season, I played 2 Dutch leagues, German league and Belgian league. And over that 4 leagues, I think it's like 48 games. I played a little over 1 average.
Oh, that's very strong.
Yes.
Excellent. The competitors, who are the other women that seem to get your best game? Who are the ones that you want to, are there a couple names you could mention, a couple of your competitors that give you a tough game?
Yes, I think from the players from Japan are very good players, like the new world champion Natsumi Hiyujuachi, and of course still Ori Hida. She's also still a good player. And from Europe, I think Karina Yet is also a good player.
Wow.
So yeah, they give me, I have to play at my best when I play against them. So
certainly, yeah.
yeah.
Well, how about a little background? When did you start taking up billiards?
Well, I was very young. I think I was around 7 or 8 years old, because my parents had a billiard room. So that's how I started with billiards. When it was in the weekends, all the little children from my school went out and play, and I stayed in to play some billiards.
Yes, so you've been playing a long time. I won't ask how old you are, because that would be inappropriate. So
well, for me it's no problem. You can ask me.
What do you think the strongest part of your game is, if you had to kind of distill it down to the strongest part? What do you think that would be?
Well, I think my strongest part of the game is when I get a good shot, I always make a good run. So I'm very strong in the good shots. With a good shot, I mean a shot who can be made easily. So, and I make many high runs. I make sometimes in 10 innings 4 times 5 and 1 times 7, and yeah, I think that is my best part of the game.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. What do you think the area that you would like to, not necessarily your weak link, but an area that you would like to focus on with your game?
Well, I think it's my concentration, because sometimes, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but sometimes when my game goes very easy, so I make a lot of points and my opponent doesn't make so many points, I lose my concentration, and then I make a lot of mistakes, and I get, how do you say, slippy?
Yeah, yeah, slippy's a great word.
Slippy. Yes, and then I have to try to get my focus again, and to not get, yeah, so that I still make the points. I think
Absolutely.
it's a mental, for me, mentally, I'm a lot stronger than I was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I think there's still a lot to work on.
Yeah. Well, it's, we're learning all the time, no matter. And especially for me, it seems like, it's a slow process. But yeah, makes good sense. How about traveling? You being professional, how do you handle traveling around the world with, is that a difficult thing to get used to, or what do you do?
Well, I think I can handle it pretty good, but I can feel now that when I'm doing it for 10 years now, almost all the traveling, and sometimes I'm get tired of it, to leave everything behind and be away for like maybe 10 to 12 weeks in a year. But it's not. I'm still having fun. So, and until I lose the part of having fun traveling, then I will stop.
Sure,
But
sure.
until then, I will go travel, because I love to play. I love to play the World Cups. I love to play the tournament in New York. So yeah, I think I can handle it
Yeah.
pretty well.
Do you stay in shape physically? Do you have like an exercise program that you use?
Well, at this moment, I'm jogging for like 3 times a week, and I try to run for maybe 10 to 12 kilometers in 1 week.
Wow.
Uh, yes, that's how I try to get in shape, or to
Wow.
stay in shape.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Um, what, since most of the audience that's going to hear what do you recommend for the American players to improve their level of play? We do have some here in the United States that are quite strong, but Europe is a dominating force. Any recommendations you might give to the American players?
Well, I think of course, it's important to practice a lot, and with practicing, I also mean play a lot of games. Because if you play a lot of games, you have the good shape and the good rhythm for a good season. Of course, if I take myself, in the summer when I play not many games, the start of the season is always difficult for me. I always play a little bit less, because I have not too less rhythm in my
Sure.
games. Because normally during the season, it's from September till May, I play at least 3 games, 3 official games a week, and then also 2 or 3 games practicing. So that's 6 games in a week. And then I have the good rhythm, and then during the season, I play stronger, like every month or every week.
Ah, so you practice by yourself? Do you like practice for an hour or so before a league coming up or a match coming up?
Yes, I do. But when I play a big tournament, I always stop my practice 5 days before the tournament,
Oh,
because
okay.
because then I feel hungry to play billiards
Ah,
again.
ah,
So
that's
for the yeah
great.
yeah
That makes good sense. Sometimes if I'm trying to prepare for a tournament, I I try to take a break, so it's good to hear that that's not such a bad idea.
No.
Do you play other carom games beyond three cushion?
No, I did before when I was, of course, I started with free game, and I did that until I was 19 or 20 years old, and then I started three cushion. And now I decided I only want to play three cushion because I rather do one thing very good than two things a little bit less.
Sure.
So and I love the game three cushion, but I don't like the game free game anymore. Yeah, maybe for once a week or once in a month for fun, but not for official things or tournaments.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've played a couple times at Carom Cafe in New York. What is it about Carom Cafe that you like playing at?
Well, the thing I like the most is that we play so many games in like 1 week or 8 days because, of course, I play the women tournament, but I'm also going to play the Verhoeven Open. And you play like maybe 14, or if you can continue around in the Verhoeven Open, you play maybe 20 games in 8 days.
Wow.
And I really like that. I like to play.
Yeah.
Of course, when I go home, then I'm really tired of playing billiards. That's one a week. But
Sure.
the week in New York is fun, and the people are great, and the accommodation is great, and it's billiards 24 hours, 7 days a week, and I really like that.
That's sweet.
Yes.
So tell me about the women's tournament in New York. How many people, as we speak, are signed up for it?
Well, I think now we have around 12 or 13 women who are going to play the Women's Open tournament. So I think that's very good. So maybe we are going to play two groups of 7 or 6, or we play round robin. I don't know, but
Sure.
I think the first tournament 2 years ago we played with 9. So
okay. So things are growing. That's great.
yes. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really.
And a good representation from other countries. Any Korean players coming over?
Yes, I heard that 2 Korean players are coming, Yeong Bora and Sua Park
Oh yes.
coming. So I think that's nice. And also we are coming with 3 girls from the Netherlands
Great.
and 1 from Austria. Is going to play for the first time. Yes, and of course American players, and Japan is coming with 2 or 3, I think. So I think it's one of the most strongest tournaments next to the World Championship. It's going to be one of the strongest tournaments. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And I do appreciate you taking, your time out to answer some of my questions. And is there anything you'd like to add to say to the American audience?